Politicians can't seek votes on the basis of religion, rules Supreme Court. In the sense of Supreme Court, why is seeking votes on the grounds of the religion, caste, creed, community or language of voters a corrupt practice? What is the significance of this ruling? Why judiciary needs to let electoral democracy evolve on its own? GS Paper 2, Representation of the People Act, Electoral Reforms. What is the context about? In a politically significant order, Supreme Court said that the candidates cannot seek votes in the name of religion, caste, creed, community, and language. What the Supreme Court has done is reiterated that the Section 123 of the Representation of the People Act would come into play if anyone indulged in the corrupt practice of using religion to seek votes. The state, being secular in character, will not identify itself with any one of the religions or religious denominations. This necessarily implies that religion will not play any role in the governance of the country, which must at all times be secular in nature. In the sense of Supreme Court, why is seeking votes on the grounds of the religion, caste, creed, community or language of voters a corrupt practice? The elections is a secular exercise and thereby its way and process should be followed, and use of religion was an electoral malpractice. If a candidate was found to be seeking vote in the name of religion, it would be considered a corrupt practice under the Representation of People's Act. Seeking vote in the name of religion by the candidate will be dealt under Section 123(3) of the Representation of People's Act, the Supreme Court ruled. Thus, use of creed, language or community as a tool for seeking vote in election is explicitly prohibited. Significance of this move. In a country where symbols are required for political parties to identify itself, because illiteracy is a weakness we continue to endure, the vulnerability to appeals on prohibited platforms remains. Of course, the local linkages based on the caste and religion most of the times decides the winnability of a candidate. It is appropriate for the court to treat all religions equally and not see one as a way of life and other as mere religions. And in that sense, prohibiting appeals on the ground of any religion makes sense. Why judiciary needs to let electoral democracy evolve on its own. The solution to communal politics will not come through a judicial fiat. It has to emerge from stronger implementation of the rule of law and democracy's self-correcting mechanisms themselves. A recent scan of electoral verdicts shows that politics is not dictated solely by identity. Aspirations are changing. There is a youth demographic that judges leaders on issues, and delivery, infrastructure and public goods have become as coveted as recognition of identity grievances among sections of the electorate. Thus, imposing artificial bans will not address the impulses. Indian electoral democracy will evolve on its own, and judiciary needs to let it evolve on its own.